Kung Fu Panda does a lot of things really well. The fight scenes are the most innovative and thrilling action sequences to this day. You have an amazing villain in Tai Lung. The jokes are really good. You get some really good character drama, and all of this is woven in an extremely tight narrative that is really easy to get through. So, out of all these amazing parts, this scene is my favorite.
How? I don't know.
This scene offers up some of the most interesting parts of the narrative to explore. Because up until this point, Shifu has been in denial of Po being the Dragon Warrior, and has been in denial of the fact that he doesn't know what to do or even how to train Po or the Warriors 5 to stop Tai Lung. And this denial has basically narrowed his vision as to how to be a master and how to train his students. So he continues to rely on the same old training regimen and just slips back into his default belief that Po is not the Dragon Warrior and that Master Oogway had made a mistake. But when he finally acknowledges that he doesn't know how to train Po to be the Dragon Warrior and that he doesn't know what to do to stop Tai Lung, that he finally allows his mind to open up and look at new ways to train Po and make him the Dragon Warrior, and starts to come up with new ideas like eating and running, which is a really nice way to give Po digestive issues, which in my headcanon is the real reason he chooses not to eat that dump. But I digress. The main point is that Master Shifu is finally understanding what Master Oogway was trying to tell him all along. And the rest of the movie is Master Shifu finally letting go of trying to control everything and just going with the flow, which is one of the core themes this movie is trying to explore: control. Master Shifu is all about actively trying to do things that might help him get a specific outcome, and he is so fixated on that outcome that he is always neurotic about it every time something goes sideways. While Master Oogway is all about letting go of control and just going with the flow, which keeps him calm and laid back. This is called Taoism. Taoism, to put it in the simplest way possible, is just being present, not worrying about what will happen or what should happen, but just going with the flow of whatever happens. And in a way, it's basically saying you really don't have any control of anything. And you really see Master Shifu actually start listening and actually starts implementing it towards the third quarter of the movie. It's right after he starts getting some level of progress with Po as a fighter. But okay, so here's my biggest gripe with the ideology of letting go and being in the flow. It doesn't really work for what you want to get. Let's just say you're getting bullied in a school, like a lot. The bully is just grabbing you by the collar and shoving you into the locker. If you follow the Taoism ideology and just let go, then you're gonna get your ass handed to you. But if you just brought this to a teacher's attention, then it'll probably solve your problem. Or you could just band together with the other kids who are also getting bullied and form a pack. Then you might intimidate him by sheer numbers. Or you could take self-defense classes to take care of your problem of being bullied. My main point is you actually do have some control and you can in some way influence the future. It's not pure chaos and complete unknown, which is the biggest reason why I just don't really like the ideology of letting go of control and just allowing things to happen. Now, all my problems with go with the flow does not apply to this movie. Mainly because this movie uses Taoism as a principle for reducing neuroticism and achieving inner peace, and also just working with what you've got, which are the good parts of this ideology. So most of my criticisms about the ideology just don't apply to this movie. But I will say there is a version of this movie where you start off with the Warriors 5 and you see how hard they have worked their entire lives to achieve the title of Dragon Warrior, and you get invested in them instead of Po, and suddenly the moment he gets chosen as the Dragon Warrior by complete accident is used as a way to view Taoism with a more cynical lens. And you have Master Shifu just listening to Master Oogway and just listens to the lessons he has been taught out of pure obligation and just turning his back on the Warriors 5 and training Po, but doing so with a little bit of resentment And towards the end of the movie, he just realizes the errors of his way and the errors of the lessons that he was taught, and turns his back on Po, embraces the Warriors 5 as the people who deserve the title of the Dragon Warriors. Oh, and also Master Oogway, who we've all just come to love, would be looked at as a complete dick who just left his friend to deal with all the problems while just piecing out of existence when his friend needed him the most. And this is not a critic of the movie. I love this movie, and if anything, those parts of the movie just make it even more interesting to watch, based on how they handle the concept of Taoism in a way that makes it universal and agreeable. Because, yes, true inner peace is just achieved by being in the moment and going with the flow, and this movie nails it. With that being said, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to drop a like, and if you're a fan of the type of content that I'm putting out, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.